Hello, darlings. Welcome to the weekly recap for Look What Meg Found. If you're watching us live, give us a hashtag live. If you're catching us on the replay, give me a hashtag replay. I just like knowing that you guys are coming to hang out with me for a little while. If you do not know me because you're new to the live stream series, I am Meg Campbell. I am the host of Look What Meg Found, where we find amazing handmade and creative handmade, there we go, businesses you don't get to see because maybe their reach isn't quite broad enough to reach you where you are. So that's where I come in to show you everything. I find all of the amazing things that you did not know you needed and let you know that you do need them and where to find them. Every creator you will see today is linked in the description box. If you're live with us on Facebook, then it will be up there. If you are live with us on YouTube, it will be in the bottom. So now that you know who I am, let's get to the reason why you're here. This week has been kind of a bit of a whirlwind. It's been a bit of a lack of a better word, a bit of a shit show. We had new flooring put in our dining room and kitchen, which is also my office. So it's been a little topsy-turvy around here. We're just now starting to get reorganized from that and get everything back where it goes. So I'm a little scatterbrained, but if you've hung out with me at all, you know that that's pretty much the norm. Let's start with the coolest thing I have found in a while. I want to be a planner junkie. I want to be that person that uses their planner every day and is extremely organized, and that's just not me. And I generally don't buy planners because I don't like buying things that I can't use. And I know that if I buy a dated planner, I'm going to use maybe a third of it if I'm lucky. But I came across something. This is the Coffee Conversations Weekly Planner. It is by, I know her as Diva Moore, also on Facebook as Darling Moore. It is a completely undated planner. Let me get to the beginning of a section. Okay. You have your action plan, your goals for the year, checklist of things that you need to get done, your future goals, and it also has a daily planning section. But the fabulous thing is for people like us, and we sit down and we use these for a couple weeks, and then we get busy and we don't use it. When we come back to it, we can just pick up where we left off. There's no digging through all the pages that we haven't filled out to find today's date and then feeling really bad because your planner just called you out for being unorganized. So this I adore. I get to use my planner when I remember to use my planner, and I get to make notes that I can go back and flip through and remember what it was, what this thought I had was, because it's written down in one place that I can use cover to cover. So this, if you're anything like me and completely unorganized and wish you were a lot more organized, this is the planner that you need. It is available on Amazon. The link for it is, of course, in the description box. You guys already know that. Facebook, you're there. YouTube, you're here. I get a lot of comments on the earrings that I wear on the lives and when I do recordings. Good morning, Jill. I see you, darling. How are you, honey? I get a lot of comments on my earrings. If you've watched the live streams and the channels at all, then you've seen these earrings and a lot of different variations on colors and styles. And they're pretty much all from one maker. I will totally admit to having an earring obsession with a girl named Brandy. She does these earrings. Let me grab a pair. These are leather earrings. She also has vegan leather and faux leather for those of you who are not leather fans. I'm a fan of, oh my God, it's pretty, I have to have it. So for me, it doesn't necessarily matter what the material is, it matters what it makes me feel. This particular one is 3 layers. It's got a tie-dye, the coral, and then a glitter snowflake piece on the top. Who knew I needed tie-dye snowflakes? I didn't until I saw these. But what I love about Brandy is the ability to customize. The ability to go, hey, Brandy, I need a pair of earrings that are red and make a heck of a statement. So we get these. You know, all of her stuff is handmade. These are not lined out on a Cricut and cut with a Cricut, which I'm not knocking that. I'm saying that it's a difference in between styles and workmanship. These are start to finish completely handmade. She has a ton of different styles. There's no way I can show you all every single style that she has unless you guys want to hang out with me for hours and hours. This is the latest pair that I picked up from her. And if it'll focus, we'll be in good shape. There we go. This is a black glitter with a black multicolor and then a purple glitter on top. These things make a statement when you walk in the room. But what I love about Brandy, and a lot of people don't know, but she said I could tell you guys, so it's all good. Brandy got started making earrings 10 years ago when she had graduated from interior design school and realized that she had all these leather samples laying around from interior design, all these swatches and things that were just sitting there and not getting used. So she thought, why not make some cute earrings, which of course, most of us start that way. What happens if I make? And so she made some earrings for herself. She made some earrings for her friends. And from there, it has skyrocketed into, locally, she's one of the most recognizable earring makers in the area. I can wear a pair of Brandy Bell earrings into almost any store along the coast, and at least one person will stop me and ask me if they're Brandy Bells, which means she's doing something right. But her website is linked in the description, so make sure you go check her out. I always call this particular pair, these are my Superwoman earrings. You're having a bad day, you can't quite get with the program, it's okay. You just go get the Superwoman earrings out and wear them, because once you've got them on, everything is fine. For those of you who are in the Women's Entrepreneur Network, which is one of the places we're live streaming today, you're going to recognize the next name I say and the company I bring up. But we're going to start this a little bit backwards. We all know that CBD oil has, in the past few years, skyrocketed into an industry that no one saw coming, and there are thousands of creators of CBD products on the market. I will completely own the fact that I have tried a whole lot of CBD, and I discovered that it doesn't work. So I thought. I was using the more over-the-counter, pick it up at Walmart, pick it up at the local drugstore kind of CBD. I wasn't looking and using the right product. This is Bethesda Hemp. This is a full spectrum cold pressed CBD oil, and we can get into all the technicals because I went deep diving into it. Most CBD oil that you buy, when you get it and you fill up the dropper, it's clear. That's because they have distilled it down, taken out one type of CBD, and mixed it back into a food grade carrier oil. And that's why it wasn't working for me. Bethesda Hemp's oil is a cold press, and it's a whole plant oil. So you're getting all of the pieces of the plants, all of the nutrition in the plants. It is you can use it topically. You can see it's thick. You can tell that it's a real product. It's not just a piece of the plant. It is literally the whole plant. And there are things in the plant that, where am I going with this, guys? There are nutrients, there are all kinds of things in the plant itself that are beneficial to you using it, not just consuming one type of CBD. And there are multiple types of CBD available in the hemp plants. So here's my personal take on Bethesda Hemp CBD. I will be the first one to admit I have tried a ton. I thought it was a hoax. It didn't work. I met Audrea at a market, and she was like, okay, hang on, try this. The first time I tried it, I noticed almost an immediate change. Now I live for my little bottle. But here's what I will tell you it did with me. I am high functioning anxiety, and I am prone to having panic attacks over very simple things that would not bother the rest of the world. So when I feel that coming on, if I feel that coming on, I can go ahead and use the CBD to back the edge off a little bit, make it so I don't go full-blown panic attack. I am sleeping better than I was before I started using the Bethesda Hemp. I use every night before I go to bed. I take 0.25 milliliters, and I'll show you guys exactly how much that is. I take that much before I go to bed at night, right before I lay down, and I'm sleeping through the night. I'm not waking up 8 or 9 times during the night. I am actually falling asleep, staying asleep. I still wake up tired, but that's what happens when you run your life on 5-hour naps, not 8, 9 hours worth of sleep. So I highly recommend you reach out to Audrea and you talk to her about what CBD can do for you, because CBD is not limited to a specific thing. CBD is one of those things that you take it because you have trouble sleeping and you discover that it deals with a lot of other things that you didn't realize was going on. So I'm going to highly recommend you talk to Audrea. The link is, of course, in the description. I love the product, and I was the biggest skeptic in the world when it came to CBD, because that's just another one of those fad things. I'm here to tell you, if you get the right CBD product, it's not just a fad. And for our last business of the day, this one's fun. I want to introduce you guys to all of my fuzzies from Kopan's Crochet. Marcia is a member of the Women's Entrepreneur Network. Again, that's one of the places that we live stream. She did Arthur P. Dinosaur for me. I'm a kid. I may be 37 years old, but I'm a kid. I will play with anything that you hand me. Arthur is squishy, but he doesn't go flat when you squish him. And he's just the right size to be able to hug and snuggle. I'm telling y'all, I'm more attached to this dinosaur than my kids are. But this is a custom order. She does all of her orders custom made so that you can find the right colors that fit you. Arthur does have safety eyes, but you can let her know that you need the eyes embroidered on rather than using safety eyes. I don't have anybody under the age of 3 in my house, so safety eyes are not of concern. But when you're dealing with infants and toddlers that chew on everything, safety eyes, even though they are safety eyes, can still come out. So just ask her to embroider the eyes on. This is Arthur P. Dinosaur, and he will tell you if you ask him he is the cutest dinosaur in the world. Arthur, are you the cutest dinosaur in the world? See, he will tell you he is. This is Miss Layla, the unicorn. Laura named her. I had no say in this. Her name is Layla. But again, she is, when you're looking at this as a parent or a grandparent and gifting, she's the right size to hold on to really be able to play with. The joins on her limbs are very, very well done. This is not going to get torn up, which is critical when you're looking at a piece like this that is going to last a lifetime. This is Layla. Layla is probably going to live in my daughter's bedroom as soon as I turn loose of her. I've rescued her 3 times. This may be the most fun piece that I have in my house. This is a design that's called My First Dolls. Marcia does these completely customized to what you want. If you cannot tell from the colors or you're not a football fan, we are Green Bay Packer fans in this house. So I got my little Packer doll. She's going to go up with the rest of all of my Packer memorabilia and be brought out for the football games so she can watch the football games and cheer her team on. But again, from a parent, grandparent, aunt, uncle gifting this to someone standpoint, she's the perfect size for toddlers to be able to hold onto and keep a good grip. They're not going to drop her. Again, she's very squishy and squishable, but she bounces right back, so she's not going to lose her shape, and she's adorable. And last but not least, the cutest thing in the world to me are babies who are dressed up. So, how adorable is this little panda hat? Can you not just see a newborn photo shoot with this little panda hat? It comes as a full set. has the little slippers and the mitts, because anyone who's been around an infant for 30 seconds knows that their nails are very sharp and they can scratch you and themselves. These mitts are beyond useful for stopping that, and they're adorable. So all of Marsha's information is, again, in the description box. That is all of the things that I have to show you today, but I do want to invite you all to join me over on Patreon so that you get a more behind-the-scenes glimpse of what goes on besides just the time that we spend together live during the week. You get a much more in-depth look at what goes on. You get a greater say in what goes on behind the scenes of Look What Meg Found, what businesses you want us to, what types of businesses you want to see, what types of DIY projects you would like for me to look for to do. So the link to my Patreon is in the description box. We would love to have you come join us over there and kind of help boss me along on what you want me to do, because that's half the fun. And also at the mid-level of the Patreon tiers, you get access to the behind-the-scenes recording studio, which is basically a lot of times one big continuous blooper reel. I try very hard when I am on camera and doing the lives to not swear, but there's a lot of that goes on in the recording studio group that I have, because I forget what I'm doing and I slip up and I say something I shouldn't, and then we have a good laugh about it and I dump the recording and start over. So I invite you guys to join us over on Patreon so you can be a little more behind the scenes, a little more involved in the process. And I will be back in a week with a whole lot more fun things for you guys. So I will see you guys next time. Bye, darlings.